just vocally and trying to welcome everybody in here?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like everybody who is returning, has given me some advice. From Trent Noah to Colin Chandler, telling me about stories of them from their last season, their first year, and how it went. Ortega and BG also telling me how Coach Pope is and how the SEC games go. But yeah, everybody has given me a piece of advice to try to help me get better. But everybody is really good to talk to, and I feel like our chemistry has been great so far.
What about you and the other freshmen? You all close and kind of going through learning things together?
Yeah, definitely. Me and Braden, played against each other a couple times in high school, and I was really excited for him to, come in here and come here. But he's been growing as well. Learning that me and him, came in kind of at the similar weight, and we've been competing. We're trying to gain the most weight and who can add to their game more and get out and get more reps and stuff like that. But yeah, him as well, and Malachi Moreno, he's also has been a big factor in our offense and stuff like that, and game plans going into the season. He's been a great help of mine as well. He was here before me. It's great to talk to the other freshmen before we get to the season.
Are you just eating everything to gain weight? Do they have just told you just pig out?
Yeah, really. I've been eating multiple smoothies, eating during practice, drinking a lot more fluids to keep my water weight and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just eating a lot more fluids to try to keep my weight.
You been getting any tips from your pops? Because obviously he was able to move some weight back in the day.
Yeah, definitely. I go into my grandmother's house. I try to go down there. She loves to cook me meals. So I went down there this summer before school started for about 3 days, and I gained like 7 pounds just by eating her food and cooking me meals.
You got any personal goals or maybe team goals for the season?
Yeah, I have a couple personal goals. Trying to be freshman of the year, SEC freshman of the year as well. But team goals are obviously trying to, hang a banner. That's the main reason I came here. I know that we have an opportunity to come to the University of Kentucky. High expectations, so definitely trying to win a national championship. Understanding that it's not only you on the court as being a point guard. I know the game now is about being able to score the ball at a high level at the point guard position, but also being able to, dish the ball out and read your teammates.
How do you feel like you've grown just in the short time you've been here already?
I feel like I've grown in a lot of different aspects of my game. I've put on a lot of weight to try to get stronger. So trying to get as many reps as possible in practice to, work on my craft and try to be as sharp as I can before the season starts.
I know Dad played football, but does he coach that physicality for you on the court?
Yeah, definitely. I have stories with my dad. I remember when I was in about 3rd, 4th grade, I used to be really competitive. So like when I would lose or like if I had bad games, I would cry a lot. So my dad, he had been coaching at Woodford County High School, so he was like, man, I hate that you cry. He was like, I got something for you. Next time you cry, I promise you're not gonna cry ever again. So it was a game that I had played and we had lost, and I started crying. He was like, all right. Monday morning, he had me wrestling with the high schoolers, and I was only in like 4th grade wrestling with him. So I had one of my good friends on the wrestling team. I've been wrestling with. He was slamming me and stuff, and he made me go through it for like a whole 2 weeks straight. And I was in there just terrible, dying. So yeah, definitely that physical side comes from my father for sure.
Josh, there's a lot of talk that the last couple weeks for you, especially, just something has clicked, that you're kind of living up to the potential that you put on yourself. Yeah. What has clicked for you, do you think?
I feel like really just trying to be more consistent with my workouts. I know it's a lot of toll on my body, a lot of hours that we put into practices and weight room and stuff like that, but watching more film is helping me see the game faster while I'm playing, making my reads a lot sharper, cutting down on my turnovers and stuff like that. So I just really rely on my work. I know putting in a lot of hours in the gym by myself is going to help me in the overall end.
How hard was it for you this summer when things weren't maybe going the way you were hoping or expecting with your own standard for yourself, and then you have kind of the relief now that it is kind of working the way you've worked toward?
Yeah, it was really hard coming in. I was one of the later players to come in because of USA, so I was already behind as if I wasn't already as being a freshman. But just like you said, relying on my work and my watching film with coaches. Coach Pope, he's been great. Coach Hart as well, both being mentors to me, telling me that it's going to be hard. There's going to be days where I feel like I'm going to want to quit and stuff like that. But just trusting and believing the work and believing the process, and that's what I've done so far. And things are starting to pick up faster for me.
You mentioned USA a second ago. Just some of those relationships you build with guys there who are still in high school, like the 26s and 27s, even the 28s. Like, how much time do you still have to kind of communicate with those guys? And, like, what is your kind of, I guess, relationship communication like with them as they advance through their own basketball journeys?
Yeah, it's really good. A lot of the guys that were on the team that were younger didn't get to play that much, and I was just trying to be a mentor to them. Like, you got to realize, there's a lot of 5-star guys that are just like you all, but you just got to be patient. I know all of you guys will be successful in the end. I'm still texting to some of them guys, recruiting them as well as, some of them have Kentucky on their list. But it was a great thing to be able to try to be a mentor to them as being a vet, the second year of, knowing the coaching staff and telling them what they wanted to see and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to ask about just, obviously you want to respect everyone's decision-making process, but you also probably want to play with some of them or have them come to Kentucky.
Yeah.
So I guess what's that kind of balance like in terms of encouraging guys to come here and sharing what Coach Pope is doing versus like letting their own journeys play out?
Like you said, letting our own journeys play out. I know God has a plan for everybody. Kentucky may not be that, but me, I'm just trying to encourage them. But a lot of kids know, the University of Kentucky, it speaks for itself. We have a long history of, NBA guys and putting people into the league and stuff like that. So Coach Pope has been really great to me so far. So I know he'll be able to do the same thing for the rest of the kids that's coming in next year.
Did you ever go to Madness growing up, and how excited are you to get in front of the BBN?
Actually, I never went to Madness. Really until my second year of high school. When they started recruiting me, I took an unofficial visit to see it, but I never really came out to Big Blue Madness. I wasn't really a social kid, so I used to hate going out, but I would always just be in the gym. I would work out and have it playing on my phone, maybe on the speakers in the background, just to try to envision myself being there and manifesting it, and now I'm here, so I'm excited to have that moment.
When I interviewed you when you weren't even in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
I don't think we expected anything. Well, I didn't expect anything like this, but maybe you did. Can you talk a little bit about your journey since then?
Yeah, I've definitely had high expectations of myself.
Did you see yourself here?
My father,
or was it just a dream? You're like, I'm gonna end up at UK.
Yeah, manifestation is real, prayer is real for sure. So praying, working really hard. I know my family has been around me to push me all the way throughout my career so far, and trying to make sure that I was in position to be able to get here. I know they made a lot of sacrifices, my family did, for me to try to push me out there to try to grow as much as possible, and working really hard, and now I'm here. So I was expecting it for sure.
Speaking of growing, you're now looked at as a leader across the state and across the country. Can you talk a little bit about how that has impacted you off the court?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, like you're saying that. Like, I'm a kind of a leader now. I remember just growing up, like, dang, I really want to be in that position as some of these other players and stuff. And now that I'm here, it's a great thing to see in my journey. For kids, in Lexington, you can make it out. Like, you can do this. It's possible for sure. So I like to try to use my social media as a platform that kids can tap into to see how my journey has went, and try to reflect it upon themselves and say that anything's possible.
So you're here to help bring banner number 9.
Yeah.
What can you say about the team's chances, and what have you seen out of the team that would make you think, hey, we can cut the nets down?
What I've seen is depth. I feel like we have NBA level depth, guys that can compete and actually contribute at a high level. I feel like we're 2 or 3 deep in each position. We're really 3 to 4 deep in each position. So having that level of depth, people might say that's going to be a problem in games, but you don't understand in practice as well. We're all getting better. So iron sharpens iron is what everybody likes to say. So in practices we're battling and competing, but we're all getting better. I know Coach Pope will put us in the right places at the right times to try to make sure that we're as successful as possible.
What you said about iron sharpening iron, how has the summer helped prepare you for the start of the season?
Yeah, it's prepared me a lot. Competing with Denzel Aberdeen, Jalen Lowe, Otega Owe, Colin Chandler, guys in my position who are much older than me and who have been through it before. it's a great thing. I mean, I'm coming in young. I'm trying to, earn the spot, take people's minutes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, knowing that we're all on the same team and we all have the same goal in mind, and that's to win a championship.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank
Proud
you.
of you, dude.
Appreciate it.
I have an individual tractor, and I'm always going to say that I won the most games, but they might say they won, but I mean, they're lying. It's
Just for
definitely
being one of the schools, obviously you know what fans expect of you, but you've got relatives, you've got neighbors, you've got people at your church and all that stuff. Your mailman, I mean, what is that like dealing with that?
It's crazy. I mean, the season hasn't even started yet, and I have people coming up to me asking for pictures and even asking me for tickets, like for games, and I'm like, I don't even know much about that yet. But it's crazy. Being from here, a lot of people have high expectations of me for this season, but hopefully I can come out there and make them as proud as possible.
So is that part of the fun?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a part of the fun. Having high expectations, to whom much is given, much is required. So it's going to be a fun season this year, and I'm really excited for it.
People got a taste of your play in the international games you played. What can they expect? Is it going to be similar style than what you saw over the summer, or is it going to be a little bit different in this Kentucky offense?
I say it'll be a little bit different. I feel like I kind of have the ball in my hands a little bit more than maybe I did on Team USA. But also some similarities as well. For Team USA, I shot a high level for 3-point percentage, and I feel like I'm going to do the same thing for basketball this season. So there'll be a couple similarities in my game with playing with Team USA for sure.
Is it going to be fun to play against your former teammates?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I still talk to him probably every week. I definitely talk to Michael every day as well. He's one of my best friends from the team. I've known him for a while now, so I'm really excited to be able to play him this season.
What do you think it's going to feel like in November?
It's going to be very competitive. Me and him have been, going back and forth about it since we were at the tryout for Team USA about who's going to win the game and stuff like that. But it's going to be very, very competitive. But I'm really excited to be able to play Lou.
Do you guys have any side bets going on? Like whoever wins, like besides bragging rights, you got anything else?
Yeah. We actually talked to Tyron about it. Tyron, he's coming down to his recruitment with Kentucky and Louisville being involved, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be at the game, Jazz. I'm gonna be at the game, Kalen. Whoever loses, you gotta take your jersey off, and I'm gonna pose a picture and stand on it, and I'm committed to the opposite school or whatever. But he was just having fun with it. But it's definitely a couple bets going on.
Is that the game you're most excited for all season, or is there something else that you're looking forward to?
I'm excited for really every game, honestly. But I'll probably say that's one of the games that I'm most excited for sure. Knowing it's a rivalry game.
Do you know, what does it feel like to know that you guys hit the ground running, immediately? You got Purdue in exhibition, and then you kind of have a very tough non-conference.
It's great. Kentucky is the best school in the country, so why not play the best teams as well? I know Coach Pope has high expectations for us, and he's recruited and assembled a team that can get the job done to try to win a national championship.
I know that Kentucky's always kind of been at the top of the SEC, but now the SEC is a powerful conference. What does it mean to kind of play in now a all-powerful basketball conference?
It means a lot. Like I said, playing great competition can only do one thing, and that's get you better. I know SEC has been the best conference in the country, so coming to Kentucky is just a stepping stool of how hard it's going to be to try to get to the NBA, and that's why I came here. Thank you.
I'm Tony Neely. I'm Sports Information Director here. I work with Deb Moore. Okay. And I've been here 31 years. Worked with your dad. I was a football SID for football. Loved your dad. Loved your Uncle Derek. And so just want to say I'm so glad. I was so much wanting to have you come here, because I know I'd get to, of course, meet you, but also see them. Loved your grandparents, Alvis and Rosetta. Two of the finest folks ever. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Yeah, we got 2 seconds left, so you need. Couple of questions. Go.
Hey, Jasper, this wasn't the biggest challenge for you so far this offseason, college game.
The biggest challenge is definitely the physicality. I know I'm competing every day with guys who are much older than me, and who have been through this process before. But I know I'm learning really fast, and I'm competing at a high level right now. So everything's starting to click, a little faster for me. Not trying to watch. It's been helping my game grow a lot.
What can you learn from the guys who were in your position last year? Guys like Trent Noah, Colin Chandler, who were freshmen. What have they been able to tell you so far?
You know, take the good with the good and leave the bad in the past. I know Coach Pope has been preaching that. You can't really control what happened to you in the past. Just move on. You know, coming as a freshman, there's a lot of good days, a lot of bad days, but a lot of highs and lows. But you know, just knowing that the next day I just got to do better and compete at a high level.
What's been Pope like so far, Pax? How do you build that relationship with him so far?
Yeah, I feel like me and Coach Pope's relationship has grown a lot. You know, he's a guy who's really big on character, and a lot of hours of bonding with him. I know he recruited me at a high level, and we spent a lot of time then. But now I'm actually being my coach. I feel like it's still the same. I feel like I'm being recruited every day. He's such a great person at first, and you know, he's somebody I can talk to about anything.
Jasper, as a Kentucky kid, how special is it to have that Kentucky across your chest?
It's everything. I mean, I grew up 10 minutes down the road from Rubber Arena, so finally having the opportunity to represent my city and my state is a blessing.
How excited are you for Big Blue Madness?
I'm really excited. I mean, I never really went as a little kid, but I remember being in my workouts, I would have the sound playing of Big Blue Madness and the Kentucky crowd in my background, so finally having the opportunity to be here in the flesh is an amazing opportunity.
How much did the feeder experience help you over the summer?
It helped me a lot. You know, seeing different cultures of the game, playing with a lot of high-level guys as well is also a big help to coming here because I'm doing the same thing.
All right, thank you.
I was just going to ask
Good. You guys all right?
I'll be there tonight.
How long have you been signing autographs? When did you get to that stage? Yeah, when did it get to the stage that you was doing stuff like that?
Yeah, you too. Probably.
Thanks, Jasper.
Thank you. Probably like my sophomore year. That's when I really started signing a lot of autographs. All right.